It's beautiful.
So all with the original government packaging as well. All with the original government packaging as well.
Thank you for your phone calls there, and stay on the phone lines. Don't forget that another option for you to order is always on our website at hsn.com. There are only 4 minutes remaining in the show. And it's been a great show tonight.
Yeah.
So 391-256 is the item number being offered tonight on FlexPay. Tonight is one of those unique nights where we really have offered quite a bit of FlexPay. Everyone can use FlexPay. If you're new to shopping with us during the coin collector shows, FlexPay, you just use a debit card, any credit card, or PayPal, and we send this to you right away. Got it back in there?
Well, yeah, now, because we have the proof now. For a couple
minutes. Okay, there we go.
Okay, so if you bought the mint state, which is a little rarer and a little cheaper, I now have the proof. Now the proof, like I said, I mean, I got them at $129.95. I have 30 of them sold in a minute. In 1 minute. That's the proof that I'm showing you right there, okay, is what that is. People always like the proof, although I like the mint state myself, because it's a little rarer. Okay. They did 500,000 total. Now, you have to understand, that's nothing in terms of mintage, particularly when the government, I think they turned away, what they say, they turned away 1 million orders or something like that the very first day. It was a huge snafu. I think it crashed the Mint website. It literally led them to revamp the entire Mint website. Oh, my goodness. This coin literally led them to redo the website. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take that out of there, folks. You're going to get all the packaging, just that you see here, all the original government packaging with this as well. We're going to do, and everybody that just bought the mint state coin, now folks, go ahead and get the proof coin as well. And unfortunately, I was showing you because it's one I could get out of the holder. I can't get the mint state coin out of the holder. Like I said, they're so difficult to get out. I just about ripped all my nails off. Look at that. And once again, at $129. Look, folks, we sold these out at $229. Sold thousands of them. This is by far, the low. I can't sell you a brand new Proof American Eagle when they come out with the 2016s. I won't be able to sell them to you for 129 bucks. So for me to be able to get these for you, and the 2014s, which is by far and away the most popular commemorative dollar that has ever been made by the United States Mint. It's even more popular than the Buffalo dollar. And by the way, the Buffalo pairs right now, so the pair of these would be $229, okay? The Buffalo pairs right now, I think I've got them. Same exact mintage with the Buffalo, U.S. Buffalo design from 2001. I think they're on HSN.com for $799. For $799. So this one at $229, which was about 2, 3, 4, 5 times more popular. And this is the proof version. Like I said, it sold out. Not only did it sell in 2014, it sold out in about 35 seconds in 2014, folks. We sold, I think, about 500 of the uncirculateds. We're going to sell about 500 of the proof coins here. Folks, I wish I could get more. Thank President Reagan, because the guy that had these, that had stockpiled these for 2 years, had to buy the President Reagan coins, and I understand that. We bought a lot of the President Reagan coins as well. And once again, when we debuted it, one of the fastest selling coins in the history of the U.S. government, why not? The only curved coin. And given the problems, I don't think the government will ever do another curved coin. That's done neat. In solid silver. It was commemorating the 100th anniversary of the Baseball Hall of Fame. Is what you had, and look at that. Isn't that spectacular with that beautiful curve? And once again, United States of America, e pluribus unum, $1, and liberty, in God we trust, 2014.
And with that, we are going to wrap up the show for tonight. Before we wrap up completely, though, we definitely want to recommend that you always head over to our website at hsn.com. There you will find all the coins, and if you prefer to shop there, you can do that as well. I know that Mike is going to be joining Adam tomorrow night during the Monday night show, so if you'd like to see more coins, definitely tune in.